first 3 sentences, but as soon as Little Red Riding Hood strayed from the path and met up with the wolf, he had gone limp. By the time I'd finished, his interior storm had passed for the time being. An hour or so later, he came running to me from across the driveway. He called me by the name he calls me, the Cambodian word for father, Ba. He said, Ba! Ba! Very urgently. I thought he'd discovered an interpersonal need for an Oreo or something. Yes, Alex? Is Little Red Riding Hood real in the world? Well, what do you say? What do you say to an adopted Cambodian kid, 5 years old, whose presence in this country has to be due, at least in part, to the machinations of Pol Pot 20 years ago? What would you say? I think he had suddenly recognized himself in that tale. In the last chapter of my children's novel about orphans being raised in Troy, called Missing Sisters, there's a 12-year-old abandoned child, Alice, and she's being prepared to leave the orphanage at last. She's being adopted. The Mother Superior, Sister John Bosco, struggles with how to say the most important thing, how to give Alice the right picture, how to give her the right passport to serve her for whatever journey lies ahead. I want to say something to you, Alice, said Sister John Bosco. It is something I say to all my girls when they leave. I say it to the little ones who won't remember. I say it to the girls who graduate and go to live elsewhere for high school. I say it now to you, and I mean it as deeply as ever I've meant it. Well, say it, said Alice, jiggling a little. Sister John Bosco jettisoned the homily about God being the real home of all souls. She bypassed all the sub-themes about elevating obligation over devotion, maintaining the sterling reputation of Sacred Heart girls, and keeping sacred the sanctuary of the Holy Spirit, which meant Alice's developing human body. She said, Alice, I love you. We all love you, and we always will. Oh, said Alice, standing on one foot, then on another. And then she put both her feet down. She turned her head and peered at Sister John Bosco. How can you love all of us? There's so many. It's a miracle, said Sister John Bosco. The heart has infinite room inside it. She never talked like this. Now straighten up and let me look at you. Have you your handkerchief? Do you have your rosary? But it's true, isn't it? The heart has infinite room inside of it. Especially the heart.